In this video, we will start looking at our nearest neighbors, how to actually find them. In last tutorial, we looked at the definitions, so what are nearest neighbors, and now we will distribute objects in Unity and find some of them. So let's get close to it, this image, and let's launch Unity. Let's open up a new project by clicking new, and let's name it neighbors and click create project. This creates empty project, and here we can start working. Firstly, let's save the scene. File, save scene, neighbors, and now we can get started. So it's completely empty scene, there is nothing in it. And first thing what we want to do is to place some objects here inside the scene. So we will write a small script which will spawn objects randomly in space, and later on we will find some nearest neighbors for some of these objects. So let's start immediately by creating a script. And let's name it neighbors. Open it up, and now we have something interesting. Script is completely empty, there is nothing what it can do. So firstly what we need to do is we want to visualize where are our points. So we want to make something like spawning game objects or something. So public game object prefab, and let's make it up right here. Let's spawn create game object, create 3D objects, let's say cube. So cube is being set in, let's say 0, 0, 0. Here is the cube position, and then we want to let's say to set our game object for this neighbor script, and let's name it script. And here we have this small script, so we can attach this game object here, and we can put this this one as a prefab, as we don't want it on the scene, and we can safely delete it from here. Actually it's got deleted because it was in the scene, but once we drag it, we drag it here, it becomes available here. Save. Next thing to do is to start writing something about this game object. So let's say I want to put some position, yes, vector 3 pos equals, let's say, new vector 3. Where do I want to put it? Let's say 1f, 0f, 0f. This will be position with x value to be 1, and then I want to instantiate prefab at position with quaternion dot identity. This will give me that rotation is default 0. So now we will be instantiating this cube at the position 1, 0, 0. Let's run it and see what happens. So cube is being instantiated at 0, 0, 0, and we are happy here. Let's move on and let's instantiate not just one, but let's say several cubes, but also into different positions. So firstly, what we can do is just to make positions a bit more random. So we can put random.range, and let's say between -1 f and 1f. And the same if we copy for z. This will give a single random position. So if we get back and click run, it will be a little bit more random. So we can see 0.9, 0.3. So that's so far we are happy with that. And now we want to instantiate more objects. Let's say we want to instantiate 10 objects, yes. So how we can do that? We write a loop for open brackets and here close. It means that everything goes into the loop. For int I equals 1, 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, and that gives instantiate. That should be working fine. So now we can click run and see what happens. So we got our 10 objects being instantiated here, and we can start looking at our neighbor's problem. But let's firstly tweak up a little bit this thing. Let's firstly instantiate them not into a cubic region, but into the let's say into the sphere. So how we can do that? We can define vector2 post2d or something like that. Random dot inside unit circle. This gives it should be like that. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's got correctly. Now what we want to do is to replace this random range by this post2d.x and post2d.y. This gives that they will be instantiated inside this unit circle. And we also want to, because unit circle is between let's actually just click and see what happens. Save. Okay. So yes, cubes are being instantiated into a circle. That's now one of the last things is to increase its size. So if we just multiply, let's say 5 times this one, it should be more than perfect. Yes, so we have our randomly distributed game objects, and we have 10 of them, and we can start seeing which objects are neighbors. For example, this one, this object has its neighbor this one. This one, I'm not sure, it might be this one or this one. This one will probably have this one or this one. So the next point, which we will be going into the next tutorial, will be to actually find which ones are the nearest neighbors, and to do that for all these cubes, so that we could check proximity, what is happening around. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.